Not
right this
really.
second, but I mean, is that like a thing that could be done?
Because then there would be a loop. There would be a loop, a
Gotcha.
feedback loop if we did that. But everything's working now. And then see this. That's the countdown timer. So there's 6 seconds till the live show.
Oh my goodness!
That's preview. That's live. Yeah, Tess, you're ready to go.
All right, let's get the show on the road.
Tess does this all herself. She does the whole broadcast herself.
Hello everyone and welcome to PTZOptics Live. I'm Tess Protesto. We stream live from YouTube, every Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, with the exception of this week where we are streaming every day live from NAB in Las Vegas, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. We have our main host, Paul Richards, on the other end in Vegas with a guest from Broadfield, Miss Courtney. Hello.
Hey everybody, how's it going?
Hey everyone.
And Brittany over here as well.
And
these guys
Brittany
are also known as the video guys, kind of content creators, and also Broadfield. How's the show been for you today?
It's awesome. It's so big. I mean, I've gotten all the exercise I needed. And it's only like, what is it, 10 a.m., 10, 11 o'clock?
It's 10, 11 o'clock. It's not too late in the day. I want to do a little video camera switching here. So we've got, this is our couch. So, and I just wanted to show, so we've got 2 cameras here, 1 camera, or 2 televisions, 2 cameras, 3 cameras, and then we've got this shot and this shot. So we can do, I'm actually doing all the switching right with a regular wireless keyboard and mouse. And then we did a little shot with Tess behind us, which me and Tess were working it out. We're like, I think this is possible. I think we can do it. And I think it's working.
Yeah, we did an additional vMix call and figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
Did it with Tom Sinclair
And
at
then
first, so thanks for teaching us that.
This shot here, and everything's looking really good. Everything is working out well for us, and yeah, we're just having a lot of fun at the show. So Tess, I wanted to show you a couple clips of the NAB show.
Yeah, I would love to see some clips of the NAB show.
The first clip I wanted to show is just a clip of people walking in. That's the monorail, and this is South Hall here. So that's just us walking right into South Hall.
You took that,
which
Paul?
is the post-production. Yeah, with the Steadicam, yeah.
Wow, how legit does that look?
I know, this Steadicam is so legit.
That looks great. Oh my god.
That's
Detail.
the black, I know, and it's an iPhone 7.
So
So
impressive.
I didn't bring a
with the
PTZ
Steadicam.
camera for that. Everyone was asking about Blackmagic design in the show, so I wanted to give them a little sneak preview of the Blackmagic booth.
Yeah.
Look at that. It's just so cool. We also do a little sneak preview of the NewTek booth, and then the vMix booth and a little studio experience center. So Blackmagic this year, the 2 main things, and Tess, I don't know if you remember this, they were asking us if our cameras worked with the new Television Studio HD, which is right here. That's the brand new ATEM Television Studio Pro HD. That thing looks amazing for $2,000.
Yeah. Wow.
So we're gonna have to get one of those and test with it. This test is the Blackmagic Web Presenter. Remember we were testing with that?
Yes. This is so cool.
That does work perfectly with our cameras. This is the Studio Experience Center, and this is from, this is actually like the Experience Center where they show how to do live productions.
Yeah.
And this year, that's the TriCaster 4-stripe. They decided to use the NewTek NDI and TriCasters for this whole live show.
Wow.
And look, you can see all the people there, and then just to the right, there's the people who are actually on camera there. So they're just doing like a talk show, and it's all, so you can see like the talk show and the technology that makes it all happen just side by side.
It's like walking through
Here's the
IKEA.
Wirecast booth. It's crazy. This is the Wirecast booth. They're showing off the
Nice.
TriCaster, and if you look up above, you can see one of our cameras there. They've actually got 2 of them.
Yay! Love it.
There's 2 of our cameras, and they're showing the new Wirecast 7. And apparently they have a NewTek NDI compatible build coming out. Here's the vMix booth here.
Here's vMix. Do we get to see
And Tess,
Mr.
I think you'll
Sinclair?
like
Either of them?
Yep, there's a few. That's Seth Haberman there.
Okay.
This is actually Martin's sister, Kim,
Oh, cool.
right there. And she's making sure everything's running properly. That's Tom Sinclair. You'll see him a little bit more.
There he is.
And then, so they've got 7 stations. They're just showing the slow motion and replay there. There's
There they
Martin and
are.
Tom.
The men themselves.
And they're showing there the Teradek show that was produced with vMix.
Okay.
And then other than that, we have I think this is almost the end of the video. That's the whole vMix booth there. I know a lot of people wanted to see that as
Our
well.
viewers are going to love that video, Paul. Thank you for sharing that.
So, Courtney, have you heard about our new PTZ producer kits?
I've heard of it, but I want to know more about it.
Okay, great. Well, I wanted to go ahead and take people over there and show them that. That's our brand new product here, so let's go ahead and show that
show
off.
you the brand new PTZ producer kits on this side of our booth.
This is how it is set up right here. So we've got 2 PTZ cameras and then the joystick controller down here. So as you can see, the joystick allows me to operate both the cameras on your Cam 1, Cam 2 very easily and just control them separately, which is really nice. And the price point on these are just great. Come over here, I want to show you the Intel NUC, kind of the brains behind the situation here. So this is the super fast micro PC, the Intel NUC processor, an i7, 32 gigabytes of RAM, and a solid state hard drive. You can see here we have them connected to 2 SDI frame grabbers. And the reason why we do this, I've talked about this a lot, is SDI is extremely reliable and you can go hundreds of feet. So the PTZ producer kit comes with 100 foot of cable, and then we've got our USB connections right here. You can see we're running vMix, but you can run Wirecast, you can run the NewTek Connect Pro app, which we're hoping to include for free. You can run anything, OBS, XSplit. So it's an open platform for live streaming and broadcast starting at just $4,000. So we're really excited about making this a SKU that can ship and get our dealers can have access to. It comes with the joystick. 1 or 2 cameras, there's 4 SKUs. You can order either a 12x SDI camera or a 20x SDI camera. The kit always includes the joystick controller, and then for audio we have this high quality Shure MVI. It has 5 DSP settings, headphone monitoring, quick and easy mute volume control, and phantom power for a single microphone. So it's great for broadcasts, and of course sometimes you want to tie into larger systems. We can talk about that another time. But that's the basic layout there. You can see we have it connected to the internet, HDMI. It does have 2 video outputs, so we can power 2 displays with this single Intel NUC. And I just wanted to show that at our booth and kind of show you this side of the booth. There we go. So I figured it'd be easier just to pre-record that than walk over there and everything. So that's the new PTZ producer kit.
I like it. I love the setup.
It's only $4,000.
That's incredible. And you said Connect Pro might be free with it?
Yes.
That is such a steal.
I know, because that's a $1,000 value, and NewTek wants as many people using it as possible. So.
Yeah, I love that feature too. I've used it before, but that'd be so awesome with PTZ. That'd be great.
So, why don't we go ahead and sit on the couch? So we'll do a scene
Switch
change.
things up a little bit.
There we go. And so the only thing I don't like about sitting on the couch is the fact that we can't see Tess as well. We have to kind of look over to the right. So, Tess, what is going on in the chat room?
In the
Should we answer any
chat room,
questions?
everybody, there's a lot of I need money, I want to buy everything that Paul just showed me going on. So I think that was a bit of a tease for us all, but at the same time, everybody seemed to be happy to have seen a little behind the scenes at NAB. And from what I'm seeing on our live YouTube feed, they're watching you talk about the PTZ producer kits right now.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So we might not have a question coming in yet, but there might be some coming through. You could help me with a. Sorry, go ahead.
Let's talk to Courtney then for a moment here. So
Yeah.
Courtney, how is Broadfield selling so many cameras? Like, what is going on? You guys are
What's
selling
the
hundreds
secret?
of cameras every week.
I don't know, you're in demand. I mean, people call all the time for you guys, and I'm like, we're out of stock for a hot second. But I don't know, I think the word got around of like how reliable it is for like that price.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the fact that we do our own
Oh,
shows
gosh.
with them really helped out a lot.
Yep. We lost Paul for a moment there.
All
Not
right,
exactly
we have
sure
to go
what
back over
happened.
here. The wireless transmitter just died on us, and
Oh no.
that's never a good thing. So we'll just go back here.
I guess I broke the camera. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, and it's back. Yeah, that was odd. We are relying on a wireless transmitter right now,
Okay.
and that can be a problem. Normally, I think they're fine, but what happens is I think a lot of times is that it's such a busy environment with a lot of wireless activity going on
Yep.
that
That was our first
it
hiccup.
normally probably would work. Yeah, okay. So we had a hiccup.
That
the
was
show
our
isn't
first
perfect
hiccup.
anymore.
Phew, got that out of the way.
Got that out of the way. So let's pick up where we left off there, Courtney.
Right. So I really, from what I've been seeing, you guys definitely reached the community really.
Yes.
Okay.
That's most of like the people I've been getting. Is people from churches who want like the 12x and the 20x. I recommend both every time, so they have the option, the distance. But yeah, it's so great how popular it is.
I know, because that's why I wanted to ask you, because I was like, it's just incredible how many you're buying every single week.
Yeah.
So you're saying it's a lot of churches.
A lot of
And
churches.
those people need more than one a lot of times. They
Usually
need
like
two.
between 2 and 4 every
Two
time.
and 4. Mm-hmm.
Never just one. And then plus the joystick. It's just so much easier than you're saving so much money than having someone man a camera.
Yes.
You know, like it's incredible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been talking to so many people that have been talking about that. They're like, well, it's so hard to get together the 5 people we need to do a production. And I'm like, why do you need 5 people? Like, can't you just-
Exactly.
You got this great camera.
So that's
Paul,
good. So that's a big reason. Yeah.
Michael says, with the PTZ producer kit, how are the PTZ cameras being controlled? Do they have a separate RS485 run?
Oh. Yeah, that camera's jumped. I was going to try to go back to that camera so I could show the joystick. So the PTZ producer kit comes with 100 foot of SDI cable for the video, and then 100 foot of serial cable for the control of the cameras. And we do have an IP joystick, and IP control is really nice, but serial control is instantaneous. You just can't beat it when it comes to being able to control cameras in that manner. So we decided to go all serial, because I mean, if you're running an SDI cable, you might as well run a serial cable right next to it. You've got to run a cable for it anyway. And a lot of people for the PTZ producer kits, another question for you, Courtney, so a lot of churches,
Yes.
and that's a lot of permanently installed systems.
Yeah.
But I've heard there's a lot of people who do like mobile systems, and they go out and set up at an outdoor event or a concert or something.
Yeah, I've got a couple of those, like with the sports. That's definitely big with that. It's great that they're so compact and small. You can take them where you want to go.
Yeah.
It's great that you can actually uninstall them and bring them somewhere else. But I've had people who want them, like people are like, oh, like, can you come and install this for me? I'm like, well, I can't, but I'm sure someone else. I mean, I can, but like, I can't leave the office.
Yeah. Well, speaking of installation, I gotta get this camera working because that's my camera that shows the cameras. But actually, I think we can go ahead and sneak peek over here.
Yeah.
And let me see if I go back to that camera view. That camera's installed right there, and you can actually see that that's a wall mount.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right? So the wall mount has
What a great
4
picture.
screws. And the cool thing about our wall mounts is that, actually, yeah, this is going to be actually a pretty good little shot. If I go, hello,
That's great.
Moto. There's the camera, like on a really nice little, and you can see, look at the optics in there.
That picture
That is very sexy.
I think that's what people really like about our cameras is the optics.
Yeah.
And if anyone's, I know you guys have done both a little bit of photography, and by both I mean Brittany's here as well. So Brittany, I'm going to put you on camera on the spot here. That is Brittany.
Looking good.
And Brittany is a serious camera photographer person. Look at that camera she has. And Brittany, isn't it true that when it comes to cameras and photography, it's all about the optics?
True.
That's, you've heard that before, right? It's not just me saying that. All about the optics is something that almost everybody says about cameras, and it's true because it doesn't matter that much about the video outputs or anything. It really, if you want a good picture, it's all about having really good lens and the glass that's inside of that lens.
Yeah. Hey Paul, what's the future?
So that's just a really great picture.
Sorry, what's the future on the producer kits having like 4 cameras? What's the possibility of that?
That's a great question. Look at that, camera on camera on camera. So basically, the future, I mean, how many cameras are we seeing here? It's like, I'm like 1, 2, 3. So we actually right now have 4 live cameras coming into the PTZ producer kit. 2 direct, 2 HD-SDI to USB, and then 2 that are coming over the NewTek NDI via the network. So there's a lot of ways to get more cameras into your system.
Okay.
But the Intel Nook Skull Canyon only has 4 USB 3s and a Lightning. And the Lightning bolt input has like the more bandwidth than even USB 3. It's got like 30 gigabits. It's like crazy. It's Lightning 3.1. And there are things that you can buy to plug in a Lightning bolt to bring in 2 cameras or even 4 cameras. And it has the brand new i7 with the new Intel Lake processors, 32 gigabytes of RAM. So I do believe that it can do 4 cameras,
Okay.
and we're doing 4 cameras right now with the NDI. So it's definitely 100% possible. And the question becomes, how do you want to ingest those? Because it's really one of those solutions that is open. It's an open platform, if you will. So you may be using it for XSplit. You might be using it for Wirecast. You might be using it for the NewTek NDI to connect to a TriCaster. So we can't really say exactly how it's going to be used every time. And we wanted to go out with a 2-camera system and know for a fact that you can live stream, record, and video conference, and power 2 monitors all perfectly with 2 cameras in 1080p 60.
Mm-hmm.
And going to 3 cameras, going to 4 cameras is something that can be done, but at this state and time, we're really doing it for those churches, like you said, Courtney, who I think a lot of churches on a budget for sure are doing 1 camera, maybe 2. If they're doing 4 cameras or 8 cameras, they're probably looking at like a TriCaster or something.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. We have quite a few questions in the chat, Paul. Do you want to take questions now, or?
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
So
well, let's make sure we stay on our 20-minute time, but yeah, let's do it.
Okay, Michael's asking about our lens zoom. Is it digitally enhanced? Our zoom, is it a lens zoom or is it digitally enhanced? Sorry.
It's all optical, so it's all optical zoom. There is no digital zoom. If you want to do digital zoom, you can do that with pretty much any software, honestly, anything, like OBS, Wirecast, vMix. And what you would do is you would take the image that the camera's giving you and maybe create a virtual input. Tess knows about virtual inputs. Tess is really getting good at this stuff. You create a virtual input, and then you could, if you zoomed it in past 100%, like if you zoomed in 200%, that would be digital zoom, and it starts to pixelate a little bit. So with optical zoom, you're actually zooming in with the lens itself, and you never have to touch, like in vMix or Wirecast or anything else, and it never goes pixelated. It's all the lens actually letting in different amounts of light into the sensor.
Gotcha.
Now, because you brought that up, I'll say one other thing is because a lot of people are talking about 4K and how awesome 4K is, and it is awesome, and we're hoping to have a 4K PTZ at some point. But I was talking,
There was a question.
I was talking to a couple different people about 4K, and they always said, like with 4K, technically it's 4 1080p video inputs, or it's 4 times the resolution of 1080. So technically you could have 4 virtual webcams out of a 4K signal. The thing that a lot of people don't realize is that a PTZ camera with a high quality 1080p video sensor is always going to look better than digitally cropped 4K signals that you're trying to get a 1080p signal out of. So
There you go.
just something to be aware of. But 4K PTZ is a crazy world. I can't wait for that, and I'm really looking forward to it. Oh, it's back.
Yay!
So this camera's back now, and the thing I like about this camera is the ability to go ahead and show like what's going on around us. So you can see now as test, you can see it's getting a lot busier. We've got about 8 or 10 people on that side of the booth, 8 or 9 people on that side of the booth, and it's starting to see. It comes in waves, and so that just gives you an idea of like what's going on in the show.
Yesterday was a really busy day.
It was super busy.
Yeah, so Michael is asking about Courtney. He wants to have a little background about Broadfield and really what she does.
Oh, okay.
He said, who is this person to Paul's right?
Paul's victim.
Yeah, I pulled her in.
Totally pulled me on the spot. So I'm from Broadfield Distributing, so we're a big distributor. Paul's PTZOptics is one of our companies that we're with. What I do is kind of just I've been hosting the live webinars that you guys watch every Thursday. So we've been every week we have something going on, and we'll have, new products, product information, things that are important, like a press release. We usually discuss that every Thursday. They get scheduled out, so you'll know what we're talking about like weeks in advance. And mostly content for the website is what we really focus on, and sales, but mostly content is what I focus on.
Nice. Let me put a link in our chat for your show.
Yeah, I actually didn't know you had a show. I'm not gonna lie.
You didn't know that?
No.
You didn't know I did the live webinars?
No, I did not know
How did you
that.
not know that?
I don't know. I
Is it
subscribe
called-
to your YouTube channel too.
How
You'd think I would
rude.
get. Where are you?
Is
live
your
streaming?
YouTube
Facebook?
channel just
Oh,
at
no.
Broadfield?
Yeah, we were using Wowza and then
Ah.
YouTube also.
Okay,
Yeah.
because I know I subscribe to your YouTube channel.
Yeah, we've been using Wowza lately.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then everything goes up afterwards on our YouTube channel.
Oh,
And
that's
I'm
what
really
it is.
disappointed that you didn't
I
know
know.
that.
I don't know what's going on. You know what?
How
YouTube did change something where if you subscribe to a YouTube channel, there's a bell, and you also have to click the bell to get
really?
instant notifications. I might
Yeah.
have forgot to do that.
Okay.
But I will
We
check
certainly
that out
will
for
be
sure.
tuning in.
Thanks.
And we should have these guys on the show. I think Courtney would be a great guest.
Yeah, and I'm always trying to get more women involved.
So Tess, I think we should roll and Brittany's here too. Brittany and Courtney are like a tag team, like partners in crime.
You guys are like me and Paul. Right, Paul?
So Tess, let's roll the credits. Yes, Tess is my right-hand woman.
Okay. All right, we're going to roll the credits
So-
and get on to the giveaway.
All right, cool.
Thank you for joining us, Courtney and Brittany.
Woo!
Oh, thank you.
And that's all, folks. We appreciate your participation in the chat room and can't wait to host our next informative Q&A session. Your questions drive the conversation forward for live streaming professionals around the world. Until next time, happy streaming!
Alrighty, drum roll. We are drawing a winner for our